morning, everybody. Man, that really like weirds me out when I can see the mouse there. I think because the last one was white and it was a lot smaller. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to Morning Medley episode 408. 408. Good morning, Forginal. Good morning, Cyber. Good morning, Shaggy. Good morning, Titanium. Good morning, McSund. I hope everybody's having a good one. Today, it's Wednesday, so it's going to be a little empty, which is good because we need to finish the naming of this plant. Thank you. Thank you. And then get it onboarded into the system. We need to get you onboarded into the system. Horrible things to say to someone. Maybe I just don't like jobs or something. But whenever I get hired at a new place and they're like, oh, we're just going to get you onboarded into the system, it always gives me, like, a very mild panic. How are the Japanese peanuts? They're okay. Oh. They look like that. These are the things, man. So there's this store. Manzella? Japanese-style peanuts? There's this store. First of all, have any of you guys seen Fast and Furious? You might have seen Fast and the Furious. Remember when one of the guys chases Brian Connor, a.k.a. Paul Walker, out to his car and calls him the F word, and then tries to kill him with his bare fists? You remember that part? Remember when they fight outside of the shop that the Toretto family owns? That shop is, like, not far from me. So I go to that shop semi-often, and they sell Japanese peanut, and I like them. So that's where they came from. Anyways, how are the Japanese peanuts? Oh, they were good. They were solid. I feel that. Onboarding is an anxious time. Yeah, I don't like it. Watch your back. Watch your back. Yeah, it's a very... I love that song. It's a good song. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen Fast and Furious, it's 2021. It's too late now. It's too late to see it. There's no point. I don't think there's any point in watching that movie now. But it is a very good movie. And at this point, having seen Fast 9, the Fast Saga, it's like Kingdom Hearts. It's just like I'm in so deep at this point. Like I can't pull out now. Plus, I'm having a good time. Anywho, today again is 408. We're going to mess with naming the new plant. We're also actually going to go over, since we have extra time finally to do it, we're going to go over the list that we had from season 3 that didn't work. Whoa! I get to see Seribot in action! Cyber, you ain't lie! Cyber says, I'm in the middle of a seminar for work talking about professional advancement, and then I have a meeting at 12:30 p.m. until ... so I'll keep the alert going in the meantime, but probably won't be paying too much attention to what's being said. No worries, Cyber. The fact that you're here, even in spirit, gives me the strength to make it through another 2 hours of morning medley. Thank you, Cyber. Also, I hope everything goes well with the, with the seminar with a seminar about professional advancement. It's very vague. I guess it could be about anything. And then you have a meeting until from 12:30 till whenever. So, that's in like 20 minutes. Okay. Well, yeah. I hope it goes well. The meeting too. Did you guys hear that? Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there's... Oh, I see what I did wrong. My bad. That was weird. Ignore that just happened. Anyways, Dallas, you're from Dallas. I'm from Arizona, but I currently live in Los Angeles. Yes. So, thank you for asking. I hope Dallas is well today. I hope the weather's fine and the people are better. Um, this makes me want some silent film triggers. Jesse, I'm going to talk about silent discos a little bit later in the stream. I'm going to talk about silent discos a little later in the stream. We'll talk about how much I love silence, even in music. But yeah, again, thank you everybody for being on time. I appreciate your punctuality. Without further delay, let's go ahead and get to the medley part of the stream. Oh, man. I didn't even hear the clap. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I did see Agnes redeemed from Angsplosion right before I started the intro. So I'm going to go ahead and play Agnes's theme now. But before that, Stick Work Zan says, why? Oh, no, sorry. What made you move to LA? Music industry. Music industry, because it's over here and stuff. And the music industry in Arizona, while existent, is quite lacking. I can't get the hang of the sound effects delays. Don't worry about it. And there's Viv. Thank you, Titanium Gems. Why do you have so many tokens today, Jesse? stopping up for the 12-hour stream. Then life stopped me from burning them. It do be like that sometimes, huh? Thank you for the 150 bits, Aang. I appreciate it. How's your Wednesday going? Wow, I wanted to be Thursday so bad. How's your Wednesday going? Is it good? Is it chill? Is it easy? Has anything good happened yet? I had a cereal craving earlier this morning. For those of you that don't know, I don't really eat cereal. I think I eat cereal maybe once a year, maybe once every other year. I'll have like a bowl and then the rest of the box just goes bad. But I really wanted like a cinnamon type cereal this morning. I thought, nah, I don't want to admit that. Mirage says, nice to be tuned in from home finally instead of work. Ah, yes, home. Does it look at all like it looks here in Seattle right now? It's like a low 70s blue. A low 70s blue sky, easy blue sky. Is it the same? I want to imagine it's the same. Got one canceled meeting, so I'd say it's a sick day already. I love things canceling themselves. I actually have this problem, Aang, where if I'm doing something, or if I'm on my way to a show, or if I'm going to a meeting, or if I'm going to work, or if I'm going to a studio, and I run into just enough inconveniences, like 2 inconveniences happen back to back, I struggle to still go to the thing. I'm like, nobody would be mad if I canceled at this point. Like, once I have a reasonable excuse to cancel, I'm like, cancel? Should I cancel? It's so appealing. It's so tempting to cancel on things. And I've been trying to fight myself on that lately. Like, on Sunday, I almost didn't go out. Like, 3 things happened back to back. Like, a thing happened with my car, a thing happened with a friend, and then I also had an obligation. I was just like, I should just cancel. No one's going to be mad at me. But I didn't. I ended up going. And I'm glad I did. The thing is, whenever it's like, it comes between going out or staying in, I'm always happy when I had gone out. Like, I never end up coming back home going like, I wish I hadn't have gone out. There's a very specific premise in which I regret going out. And it's if I've waited too late and I'm trying to force a good time. But if I'm just like, hey, I'm not expecting anything from the night, I always end up really happy after I've gone out. Anyways, Abby says, I just turned the stream on, and Gwen got so excited that she had to squeal and slap the floor a few times. You know what, Abby? Tell Gwen I says hey, by the way. But somebody else... Oh, crap. I left my car on the street. I completely forgot I parked on the street. I probably have a ticket now. Wait, could you see my car? You can't. It's like it's perfectly blocked by that tree. It's perfectly. There's a decent chance I have a ticket. I can't see my windshield from here. But whatever. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Anyways, what was I saying? Abby says, "Oh, the squilling and the slapping." Somebody else tagged me in an Instagram story where it was like their kid. They had their kid with like a toy piano, and they had my stream up, and the kid was having a good time, and I was like, man, what do I want to say here? I feel like kids. No, don't get me wrong, because like everybody in this stream is like closer to my age, right? But like, I feel like really young kids and really old people seem to connect with my music and my playing on a level that makes me, and probably not just me, just any music in general, is like one of the coolest feelings. Like, in my old job, I used to play in a rest home. It wasn't my job to play in a rest home. My job was taking care of old people. And in the rest home, they happen to have a piano. And every now and then I would jump on it and play. And the people were so happy. And it was like, man, I forgot that people can just enjoy music sometimes. You know, when you're like making like content for social media, sometimes you have to make things like funny or goofy or entertaining on kind of a more surface, shallow level. But, you know, kids and like old people, sometimes they just want to hear music, you know, and they don't care. They don't care what I look like. They don't care what my voice sounds like. They don't care how good I am. It's really interesting. I really like that. Anyways, tell Gwen I says hi, Abby. I'm sick, so it's a sick day, says Diz, flipping Aang's sick day remark. Do I have a ticket? I'm not going to think about it for the rest of the stream. If I have a ticket, so be it. Aang says, I'm the same way. I'm trying to work out of it. Sometimes I just be tired. I feel that. Why make plans, says Diz. Cancellations are such a nice surprise. I love it. I love when other people cancel on me. I almost never cancel on other people, but I do love receiving a cancellation. They hit you with tickets that early. Today is street sweeping day, Jesse, so yes. I'm supposed to be parked on the other side of the street. That's what's funny, right, Jesse? Because since I live in a cul-de-sac, I don't get to, like, most people, it's like, hey, you have to park on the left side from X a.m. to Y a.m. And then you have to park on the right side from A a.m. to B a.m. But since I live in a cul-de-sac, my entire street is technically one side of the road. So I can't park in my, like, neighborhood, basically. Like, I can't park in this block during street sweeping day. I have to, like, move my car, like, way down by the other street. But I didn't. Technically, I have a parking spot in the back. I live weird, man. Sometimes I don't want to park in my own designated parking spot. I don't know why I'm like this, but sometimes I park on the street just because, well, the reason is because I'll come home and then I'll immediately walk somewhere. And so I don't want to park all the way in the back and then walk out of my neighborhood. I'll just park on the street and then walk random places. Anyways. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, because Jesse said they give you tickets this early. Yeah, they got me. Maybe? I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe we'll see them ticket you in real time, says Aang. Honestly, Aang, if we see parking enforcement roll up and start, like, taking photos of my license plate, I am running out there. I'm running out there and I'm moving my car. The only reason I'm not moving my car right now is because I feel like if I have the ticket, it's too late. And if I don't have the ticket, there's no point. People love watching people do stuff and that they find difficult, says Mixon. I'm like that sometimes. I just woke up. How are we? I'll come back when I like do what? I'll come back when I like do morning things. I'll come back when I like do morning things. Okay, I got you, Lucy. Such willpower, says Jesse. People love watching people do stuff that they find difficult. I find that a lot. I agree with this. I don't know that I am that way most of the time, but I've definitely done that before. I get more dopamine for cancellations than an invitation. Yeah. Because if an invite is basically somebody is now proposing to take your time, and an invitation is not just somebody leaving your time alone, it's like somebody returning time to you that you forgot was gone. It's like getting a refund or a rebate that you weren't planning on. It's really nice. This is still sick. That makes two of us, says Lucy, who is also sick. I'm sorry, but I hope both of you feel better really soon. I'll be feeling guilty about canceling on other people. Same, Titanium. I thought I was feeling better, but I started feeling worse again, says Diz. No COVID, though. As long as it's no COVID. I mean, we hope you have a speedy recovery, Diz. Aang says, I don't like being canceled on late. Like, if I've already cleared my evening and left, I will be very fussy. I could have been working on stuff instead. I see. Because your time's valuable. I've had people cancel on me when I'm, like, in the car on the way to meet them. That happens a lot, actually. Hey, guys, what is the definition of being stood up? At what point does it stop being a cancellation and become a standing up of you? Just stay on topic. Canceling on other people, says. And I hate having other people cancel on me. This just doesn't like cancellations, period. At the time the event is supposed to be happening, it's considered being stood up. Okay, when you are at the location already, says Pernetic, kind of along the same lines. Probably when they don't even communicate that they're not coming and you're at the spot, says Titanium. To me, stand up is a notification of cancellation or when you're already there. No notification. Okay. If the plans were already set. Okay. Oh. Jesse's if the plans were already set. Being stood up is having plans and the other person never shows up with no communication. Okay, so what I'm hearing, if I'm going to like kind of aggregate everybody's answers and make like a general average is, if somebody had plans and the plans have the planned appointment has begun and you have not at any point before the start point, thank you very much for the follow. Is it a space monkey? Oh, a space monkey. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. If the date starts and you have not received any notification before that point, it is now a standing up, no matter what happens from that point on. If you guys are supposed to get dinner at 8 o'clock, and they message you at 8:03 to say, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. That's a standing up? Do I have agreement? Or is anybody like, no, that I disagree? Believe it or not, I'm finally here. That's a good one. I like that one. Alex Riggs, welcome. Wow, that's a good one. If you're gonna come in late, you gotta bring me at least some kind of like 1980s song pun. That's 80s, isn't it? That's gotta be. Believe it or not, I'm walking on it. I think that's like late 80s. No, that's like early 80s. Anyways, Brenetic says, yeah, good point. Being stood up probably implies that they didn't communicate anything. That is a standing up, says Jesse. I love your setup. This is so chill, says Space Monkey. Thank you, Space Monkey. I appreciate that. We're not even finished yet. We're just getting started. We're just getting cooked up. Hope you're having a good Monday. It's Monday. Omni. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. This says, I mean, I would count that as still being a cancellation, but an extra scummy one. Okay. It is 80, says Alex. Okay. It's an irreversible standing up, I think, is what I hear. Like, if the date has started, even if they called a cancel, if they didn't cancel before the date happened, you haven't been stood up. However, if you were on your way to the thing, like the thing hasn't quite happened yet, but it happens in maybe 30 minutes, that's not being stood up. That's just being canceled on. Somebody has done a really crappy late cancel, but since the thing hasn't started yet, it's still not a standing up, yes? I feel like at the point the date is already going on, they've damaged potential other plans. Word. So maybe the core of standing someone up is not necessarily just canceling on them in a rude way, but canceling on them in a way in which they still can't reclaim the time that you've taken from them. Like the time is gone. It's too late to do anything else. This song is called Flight Plan. Nobody canceled on me. At least not recently. I was just, I guess, curious on what being stood up means. Because I feel like being stood up is a thing that I hear a lot in like 90s sitcoms. Like I heard it a lot when I was a kid, but I very rarely hear like adults today say like, she stood me up. Like I never hear that anymore. Oh crap, there's parking enforcement. Oh, never mind. That's security. That's intercon security. Oh, we're good. We're good. Where was I? There's Zia. Whoa, and there's Wicked. Hi, Wicked. Hold on. Beautiful day in LA today. However, like I talked about earlier, you can always tell when I've just watered Zia because this one, the biggest Ron, does this this weird wrist bend. So she's a little sloppy. She's a little soggy today, but she's alive. She's doing great. You can't read her name tag anymore. As long as you can't read the name tag, I feel like she's doing great. That is Zia. Zia is a staghorn fern. Thank you for redeeming that. Sorry, I need to check and see who actually redeemed it. Thank you for redeeming. Oh, of course it was Wicked. I just said that. Wow, my memory. My short-term memory is trash. Thank you for redeeming that. I'm going to play Zia's theme in just a second. First, Mirage says, classic stood up is that movie shot of a girl sitting in a fancy restaurant by herself and the waiter asking if she wants to order and she says no and then looks at the window mournfully. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love it. I love it. 90s sitcom tropes are really like my bag. I love, or like the dude like sitting at the place and he gets the text or whatever that she's not coming and he kind of just like sadly like calls the waiter over and he's like, check please. And it's just like 2 glasses of wine. By the way, who's ordering the wine before your date gets there? I don't know, maybe that's a wine thing, since it doesn't have to be cold, but still seems, I mean, I guess maybe it's just for, like, cinematic sadness. It's, like, for dramatic effect. Had to do what we were all wanting. Zia time, says Wicked. People do like the Zia theme. It was a Tinder date who I had went out for a few drinks with the night before, and we made plans to get lunch, and she just straight up no show, no texted. I'm sorry. That's not funny. See, I'm laughing because we just talked about 90s sitcom tropes. That's horrible. I've gone on one Tinder date in my entire life, and I've talked about quite a few times in the stream, so you know my thoughts on Tinder dates. How do you know what kind of wine they like, says Wicked. Oh, I didn't even think about it that way. That's another good point. What? That was literally 12 hours ago when we saw each other, says Alex. Tried freaking gaslight me to thinking it was my fault. Seeing somebody 12 hours and then like, I mean, people don't need a reason to ghost anymore. Ghosting seems to be socially acceptable, I think. Pernetic says, maybe the wine needs to be open. Might as well get that happen while you wait. I guess so. Maybe it's like sad. You just want something to drink while you're waiting. Haven't been stood up, but I've been catfished. Which I'm going to personally say is worse. If you want to talk about wasting someone's time, being stood up, maybe you've wasted 2 hours of my day. Catfishing me, you could waste like a significant amount of time catfishing someone. This says, my pet peeve is someone making plans or saying that they want to make plans, but they really have no intention of spending time with you. Oh, so everyone? So everyone in 2020? Hey man, we really got to catch up. We got to hang out. We got to get coffee or something like that. Yeah, people just say that. It doesn't really mean anything to me anymore. It's like saying, hey man, like there's no commitment at all to that. I don't get upset about it, but I totally understand people that get upset about it. It's a lot. No, be opened. Not be opened. Like a robust red needs to breathe before you drink it. Oh, Pernetic. Oh. Yeah, see, you can tell I'm not a wine drinker. My drinks got to go down the gullet the second I open them or they go flat. That's the stuff that I'm drinking. I'm not really drinking stuff that needs to breathe. If something needs to breathe, I don't want to consume it. Jesse says, when I say we got to get coffee at some point, it's like I'm inviting them to schedule. Agreed. Actually, Jesse, agreed. This is Zia's theme, by the way. Hey, what's up, Tournuso? Welcome back. Wicked requested Zia. So I'm playing. Well, that's Firo's theme, but I haven't gotten through Zia's theme yet. I'm gonna get to you, Liana. It's the same for me. Let's play some games sometime. It's like, yes, I'm down for that, but I don't expect it to ever happen. I think Jesse nails it for me when it's like, when I say we should definitely do something sometime, I am now extending a hand and I'm expecting the other person to go, yes. What would you like to do? And then me go, yeah, freaking ramen, I guess. That's what I'm expecting. Which, you know, it's not communicated. Here's Zia's theme. Good morning, Kiwi. Hi, Ron. After that, we had Liana redeem Firo, which is another plant of mine. Firo is now the biggest plant. I'm going to put him here instead of his actual back spot. I definitely had plenty of people intentionally mislead me on Tinder back in the day, says Alex. I wasn't catfished, but they purposely lied about key parts of their interests. Oh, so just dating then? I don't know. I'm sorry. Why am I like this? Why am I so, like, pessimistic all the time? I feel like that's just how people be nowadays, you know? I don't even know if I can say nowadays. I think that's just how people be beginning of days. I think people just kind of, like, smudge the truth a little bit to make themselves seem more interesting or more dateable. And then once you get in, they're like, yeah, actually, yeah, none of that crap was true, man. You still want me, though, right? I mean, we're 2 dates in now. It's too late to... Here's Firo's theme. Oh my god! I started playing it too low. Nobu says Wicked. Indeed, we need to get a name tag for this new plant and a theme song for this new plant. Guys, making Viv's theme song took forever. I promise. Here's my promise to you all. Making Nobu's theme song will not be nearly as long. I'll do it in like a week. How about that? That'll be my promise to you. Sometimes it's hard to express who you are honestly, says Tornu Soul. Maybe when we post up their profiles, maybe when they post up their profiles, it's a version of themselves they want to be or are, but not always. Humans are too complex to describe accurately in one page, I think. Tornu Soul? Tornu Soul. I don't want to make this a stream about dating apps, because we've done that several times. But I will say my biggest gripe. I shouldn't be allowed to have gripes with things I don't use, right? One of my biggest... Whoa, that was a beautiful... That's a pretty chord. I'm getting distracted. One of my bigger gripes with dating apps is that I would argue the only things that make me valuable to people can't fit in a picture. Or text. Like, 80% of my, like, life is creating music and, like, scoring things and making soundtracks and playing piano. There is no way to really accurately put that in, like, what is it, 4? I don't remember how many photos they allow you to have on Tinder. Like, 4 pictures? There's no way I can do that. There's zero way that I can do that. And if I'm being honest, all of the people in my entire life that I've dated, if I had to date them based off of like 4 or 5 photos, I probably wouldn't have. Because like, they weren't that dope in photos, you know? They were just like really cool people once I got to know them. They were like really funny, or they were really talented, or they were really determined. They were like super ambitious and hardworking, but like, you know, they didn't look like that. They didn't look like that in a Tinder photo. So... yeah, I agree with what Tornu Soul's saying. Like, you know, it's hard. You know, people are really complex. Like, I can't think of a more flattening of the human experience romantically than left and right swiping like someone's entire person. But, you know, it's whatever. I totally get it. I get it from the point of, you know, people who enjoy Tinder. I really like that second to last one, by the way. Second to last one, says Ron. Are you talking to me? Second to last song that I played? Were you talking about Pharaoh's theme? Were you talking about that one? Or were you talking about Keyline Backwards? Were you talking about that one? You can set your own music as your music thingy. Yeah, but that doesn't really do anything, you know? Then the person's still going to have to, like, go to a secondary location. And then even then, like, it's just an MP3. Like, it's hard. It's hard. It's an oversimplification of people. I would prefer not to meet or analyze people that way. But I totally understand. It's 2021. People don't have time. People don't have time. Ooh. Heaven help me. I have not had much luck with dating apps, says Diz. I don't know what that means. I mean, luck is probably the best word to use, you know. It's a lottery, isn't it? Ron says, you tried some chords back then, and the second to last one I really like. Oh. I played... oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, I lost it. I lost it. I'm sorry, Ron. I was just messing around. I forgot what chord I played. I remember how it felt, but not what notes I actually hit. Swiping gives people too much illusion of power. I would argue social media in general gives people too much of an illusion of power. You're absolutely right, Mirage. I think even I've tricked myself into having way more power than I think I do with social media. Just by, like, sharing my wins and not necessarily always my L's makes me, like, look back, or not now, I've gotten over it, but, like, back in, like, 2017, I'd look back at, like, my dubs, like, on my timeline, and I'm like, I used to be killing it, what's happening now? I think it's over for me. But it's because, like, my brain was literally, like, forgetting some of my own L's. Like, I was forgetting how, like, whack things were for a minute, you know? It's easy to, like, remember, like, moving to LA and then getting a sick tour. Thank you, Kwame. Getting, like, a sick tour and then, like, a publishing deal. But it's, like, it's hard to constantly remind yourself of like the several months of homelessness that like was also happening at the same time. You're just like, man, LA was sick. Lindsay says, I tried to sleep off a headache and just had really annoying and weird dreams instead. Sometimes headaches will give me weird dreams too. Well, either it was the headache or the ashwagandha. I honestly can't tell anymore. Titanium says, you gotta find your potential partner on the dance floor, I think. Who have I... Oh, that's a fun game. I've met... Titanium, I've met like a shameful amount of people that I've dated on dance floors. Sometimes when I was working and sometimes when I wasn't, but yeah, it's definitely happened. And the experience, let me tell you, has ranged from incredible and I wish them all the best to holy crap, I don't want to live on the same continent as this person. Ron says, LMAO, that's fine. I already enjoyed it. Besides, there's the VOD. See, Ron, that's the attitude. What a great attitude to have. Wow. Amazing. This song is called Double Lutz. It was named by Liana. It's hard to even develop friendly relationships, period, I think. Says Liana. I've only ever really been able to grow one, maybe two friendships in the past year. In the past year? In the past year? You're way ahead of most of it. I think I've done nothing but lose friendships in the past year. I haven't even, like, met people. Anywho, that's actually really cool, though. And very, sobering at the same time, Liana. Shoddy Fire burning on the dance floor, says Wicked. Crap, have I actually dated anybody that knew how to dance? I will say most of the people that I met on the dance floor that I ended up dating weren't actually dancing when I met them and talked to them. They were just kind of standing there, looking lost. TJ is on to something here, says Alex. What was I just playing? Oh, yeah. Kiwi says you dance all sexy is how you get them. That's definitely one way to do it. I met y'all in the past year through the soup group. Oh. We're counting like internet stuff. In that case, then yeah, I've met a lot of people in the past year. $21. Oh, Tornuso wants a question. Tornuso, my question for you, since we're talking about friendships, and we're talking about meeting people, and we're talking about where we met them. I think if this isn't too personal, you are involved. You are involved. Where did you meet that person? I love the word involved, by the way. So vague yet so meaningful. Where did you meet this person? And is it some place that you were surprised to have met somebody that you ended up caring about that much? 21 assistant. Oh, man. You gotta get chicks at the farmer's market. White girls buy produce, take them home, make them drink Grey Goose. Well, you know, that man, Ricky Reed, wrote some of the dumbest lyrics that have stuck with me, and I will probably remember on my deathbed. Those songs, heaven help me, those songs. Wallpaper was amazing. Ron says internet friendships can be real. I've got a friend I've been wanting to meet for years IRL. Found her in an Overwatch game. Internet relationships are definitely a thing. I don't feel like I'm on the internet. I don't need to go over how internet relationships are real. You know, the only person even in this chat, the only people in this chat that I've met are Aang, Kiwi, and there's somebody else, Liana and Mirage. Okay, so there's quite a few people in the chat that I've met in person. But Typically, not really, you know. Most of the people that I interface with on the internet, I haven't really met that much. And a lot of the people, even artists that I've like made music with, that sometimes I hadn't actually met. Ew, what's that song? Says Lindsay. I still randomly quote doo-doo face at people who have no context. Yeah, wallpaper songs are fun to quote because not only are they ridiculous, but like people don't really know them. Lindsay says, ew, what's that song? So the person who produces and writes for a lot of stuff that Lizzo, we all know Lizzo. That dude, he used to have like a satirical, he used to do like a character, Lindsay. He used to do like this weird, like gross club crawling, like dude with sunglasses and a fedora. And he used to write songs under this like weird persona named Ricky Reed, and the name of the thing was Wallpaper. All the songs were really ridiculous. He had a few like legit songs. He had a few like songs that were like heartfelt and pretty cool, but most of them were like for fun. They were like funny joke songs, and he toured that for a while. But now he produces for like a lot of black pop stars. So heck yeah. Yo, his production is on the next level. Definitely out of context, me quoting White Boy Wasted, which is the name of that song. No, the name of that song is Stupid Faced. I think? Stupid Faced. Yeah, it's me quoting that song out of context definitely makes him as a person sound like a horrible man, but he's pretty good. Yeah, the name of the song was Stupid Faced. Yo, he's a really good songwriter. I mean, I know you guys can't tell from the crap that I'm saying right now, but that dude, I mean, the fact that he has, like, Grammys and I don't, he's a good songwriter. Tori New Soul says, that's an excellent question. I'm married. Long story short, I met him through a friend. Why is this friend in quotes? Through a friend of his at a bar. My husband and I ended up becoming friends and talking about video games, and we became really close, and then got Udon, and it was sealed. Wow, Udon has never sealed a deal for me. Honestly, it's kind of weird to think I met my future partner at a bar. I mean, that's the way they were doing it in the olden days, right? You either met him while you were in a bar, you met him while you were stationed in another country for war reasons. But I think that, like, meeting people in bars is something I miss doing. I feel like for a while it was a grand equalizer. And when I say bars, I need to preface that by saying all bars are not created equal. And I know a lot of times people will be, hesitant to even talk to people in bars, or just afraid to go into bars, let alone whether they're interfacing with people. And I totally get that. There's a type of bar that's like that. I like meeting people in like those really chill, family-esque divey bars. There's like an Irish pub. Maybe I should say pub then. Maybe the difference that I'm perceiving is the difference between a bar and a pub. I feel like bars are more where people are socially mixing, and it is like you're trying to pick up people. The bars I like going to are more so where people are like eating and drinking and dancing, and it's just really chill. I don't know. The type of bar you take your aunt to, the type of bar that like you would take your parents to, you know, not the type of bar that you would go to with like your hooligan friends. Anyways, thank you for the follow, Nicholas. Sorry, I just saw that. He's got that box wine BBQ funk. Ricky Reed's sick. Stationed in another country for war reasons. I sense a story. There's no story there, Ron. No, there's no story. At least not for me. I've never been in the military. I promise. His friend was kind of a guy that was dating a bunch of people at once and was flirty with me. Thus, quote-unquote, friend. Oh, word. That's chill. I think I met him at the Red Room. So that was a pretty nice place. Yeah, you know, just like chill bars. I like chill bars. If the bar's so... Yeah, I like chill bars. I don't know. I don't want to talk about bars anymore, but I do like chill ones. I just realized I never finished Double X. My favorite dates have been randomly meeting someone while out in a hostel in another country and spending the day with them. then never sing them again. Yeah, that can be nice. I have this, there is this girl in, I mean, I still talk to her sometimes, but it's not the same, man, you know? You ever meet somebody and you guys spend a lot of time together in a foreign country and you have a great time, and then you guys exchange information or whatever, and you go home and you still talk to them a little bit, but it's kind of like a lot of that magic is gone now. Because you've gone home, like, you're not with them physically, you're not seeing the stuff and experiencing the things, and it's like, I'm not going to text this person every day, and your relationship just slowly dissolves. I've had some of those, definitely. More auntie bars is what I need. And it's the vacation effect. It happens. Yeah. I feel like there's just meeting somebody new and then, like, doing a lot of stuff with them for a day, a week, a month is really, really cool. And it's just really hard to maintain that when you go home. I'm not the best at texting. Like, I don't really... It's not that I don't enjoy texting people, but I just don't really do it. It's not a thing that I do a lot. I know a lot of people, and I feel like I only have the capacity to maybe have like 20 conversations a day, you know? Like 20 conversations that I'm paying attention to a day via text. And, you know, I know more than 20 people, so it's like a lot of those other people just end up getting like one-word responses or no response at all. And so it's a lot easier for me if the person's there. The beauty of it is the impermanence, says Mirage. Sometimes it can be. I've never had like a straight up fling. The person that I'm talking about that I really miss in Japan, there was nothing romantic there. We just became really, really good friends over the course of my 2-week tour. Because, like, basically I went there, right? And I was playing shows, but I played a show in one city. And then I went to another city and she was playing that show. She didn't even play the one that I played where she lived. I went to another city and she was playing that show with me. And we hung out in that city, and then she went back to Tokyo, and I went on with the rest of my tour. And then at the end of my tour, usually what I'll do is if I have a tour, I'll still request off, like, let's say I have a 2-week tour. I'll get off, like, 2.5 weeks to, like 3 weeks to 4 weeks I'll take off. So that after my tour is over, I get to just hang out in whatever city I ended the tour in, or fly somewhere else and just hang out. And so after my tour was technically over in Japan, I still had days. So I went back to Tokyo and just hung out. And I ended up hitting her up like every day, and we still went out and like did things. It was really cool. Like I just like made a friend. I don't know. And now I'm back, and like we still line message every now and then, but you know, it's not the same. Time difference and whatnot. It's hard. Anyways, Meow Workshop says, I'm horrible at texting too. Makes me wonder how I was able to spend hours on MSN back in the day, because you had nothing else to do. I'm projecting onto you a little bit, but yeah, I think back to like how much I used to spend on instant messengers, and the reason I was able to do it is because 1, I didn't have anything better to do, and 2, the idea of talking to strangers online was so new and interesting at the time. Now I'm like, yeah, all I do is talk to strangers online. Jesse says, I'm always seemed very active. Like you were glued to the computer. Oh, I am. Instant messaging always seemed very active. Like you were glued to the computer and not just getting errant notifications while going about your life. Yeah, because you had to log in and out. I never log out of, Line Messenger. I never log out of Instagram. So I'm just constantly getting messages. But if I had like 3 hours that I was allowed to be on Instagram a day, and I had to do it on the computer, I couldn't do it on the phone. Like I had to sit down on the computer on Instagram every day, I'd probably be really active on Instagram, just in short bursts for sure. Thank you for the lurk, Liana. I appreciate it. I appreciate the lurk. Alex says, I can't not be good at texting. I have mental health problems and borderline trauma that prevent me from ignoring people without feeling like an awful person. Would be nice to not have that problem. Well, I mean, would it though? Because it sounds to me like the people who talk to you get a very attentive person. I know this sucks and it probably comes from a really bad place, but I'm happy for the people in your life that get a very present version of you, as opposed to the people in my life who get like, I don't know, they get what they get. Sometimes they get whatever response. Sometimes they get no response. Sometimes they get left on red. Sometimes I delete them out of my phone completely, you know? And I don't feel that bad about it. I don't really feel bad about it at all. Because there's just so much going on, you know? There's so much going on. What's the word? The capacity I have for that eventually will end. Because people will rely on me heavily. But currently in my life, you know, it's like I'm just some random dude. I don't have kids. I don't have grandkids. I'm not paying for somebody's way of life. Like, nobody really strongly relies on me for their well-being. And so a lot of times, I feel okay, like, leaving parties early. I feel okay, like, not showing up sometimes. I feel okay, like, not responding to every single text I receive. Because I'm like, this is another adult who has a life. They might get, like, maybe a little impatient with me or a little upset. But at the end of the day, it's like, hey, man, I got things going on. They got things going on. However, if it's like somebody's my kid or something like that, it's like, maybe I should, like, do a little bit more for this little one. However, I don't have kids, so I'm not speaking from experience, guys. Mirage says, Omni in my life is like a beautiful bird that passes by my ship periodically. Yeah, I've known Mirage for, since high school, so a long time. And yeah. Yeah, just talks every now and then. I think I see Mirage. I don't know how often Mirage is in LA, but maybe once a year. I don't know how often you're down here. Maybe once a year. But I'm like, that's when I see you. I don't know. Sareb says, anyone else ever not talk to someone for too long, and then when they try to make contact, you just panic and nope out of all of it altogether, or am I just anxious? Well, it sounds like you have significant anxiety, but I can see if I can relate to it. Anyone else not talk to somebody for too long, and then when they try to make contact, you just panic? No, I have a similar but different thing, Sareb, where I won't talk to somebody for so long that I just never talk to them again. And this is with a lot of things. If I haven't visited somebody in a long enough time, I'm like, it would be weird if I went now. It's been 3, 4, 6 years, so I'm just gonna stay away from them now. I feel like I'm dead to them. I'll do that, and I've been trying to slowly unlearn that, but it's a thing. Ron says, in my life, there's 2 kinds of people, the ones who send messages and the ones who get sent messages. I'm the first kind, but I ain't that good at conversations. Oh. To me, it's a little bit more interpersonal depending on the relationship that I have. There are some people that I am the messenger. I am the messenger for Mia. When me and Mia talk, I am usually the one that initiates it. When me and Ehi talk, I'm usually the one that initiates it. When me and Dusty talks, Dusty is usually... It just kind of depends on the way the relationship works. Sometimes I'm the more passive one in a relationship, and other times I'm the more active one. However, those people that I just mentioned where I'm the one that texts them, we just don't talk very often. Because I don't text very often. You know. Anywho. I could hit Omni up when I'm like 50. And I think we'd be vibing. Yeah, I don't see Kiwi ever. I don't even remember what Kiwi looks like. But, we're like dope friends, I think, maybe. Right? Right? Am I speaking out of turn? What time is it? Oh crap, it's 10? Checking in with you. It's time to check in with me too. I'm fine, I'm checking in with you. Checking in. Wow, that clap was good. That was a good clap, Liana. Why do I say it every time as if I'm surprised? Okay. It was very well timed. Alright, we're in the check-in now. If you haven't been in the stream, this is the part where you told me how your Wednesday... Sorry, today is Wednesday. This is the part of the stream where you told me how your Tuesday was. So how was it? Was it good? Was it bad? Did you eat something spicy? Oh, we can talk about spice, actually. But I'm going to let everybody check in first before I jump into spice. While everybody's checking in, I'm going to play a song of mine called Clover Salad. which is, I think, the pronunciation that we settled on. It was cool talking about their Tuesday. Kind of painful. I've been on gym since Monday, and my body aches a lot. But other than that, I've just been working. Making sure I count my calories and play video games. Oh, are you like getting fit? Did I not know about this? Counting calories. Have you seen the Chef Rush video? Tornado Soul says, I begrudgingly returned Cherubi? Oh my goodness. What is that? I begrudgingly returned a Cherubi spent too much money on. Oh wait, chair I spent too much money on because it was gray instead of pink and made me so mad. It was a weird Tuesday for me. I'm really sorry to hear about that. Sorry, I should have read down to see the correction. I'm really sorry about that, Tornu Soul. I have a really hard time returning things, Tornu Soul. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, good on you, for returning it. Good on you for saying, enough is enough. This is not what I wanted. I'm the king of getting a thing and it not being what I wanted, and me just going like, I'm tired, whatever. Like, that's what I always do. The amount of times I've said, I'm tired, whatever, has probably cost me over the years, like, thousands of dollars of purchases that were not satisfactory because I just didn't want to go through the process of returning it. So, shouts out to you and more power to you for actually going through the process. I hope you do get the chair that you want. That's wild. Gray is nowhere near the color of pink. I don't know how they messed that up, though. Paddington says, Peace, Omni. I picked up a sketchbook and worked on logo variations. Oh, what are you making a logo for? Are you just making, like, is it for you? Is it a personal thing? Or are you just... I want to know more about the logo designs. Check-in for Titanium says, I started working on a track using vocal samples from a pack that my friend Amanda released through Splice. I got super far in a Rust run. I got guns and it changed the game for me. I really want to... Is Rust cross-platform, Titanium? Because if it's cross-platform, I will buy it to play with you. I will do that if it is cross-platform. If it's not, whatever. But I feel like I should ask at this point. Sorry, I'm on my phone. Correcting typos is tough on here. No worries, Tornu Soul. I'm really bad at checking typos, and depending on how well I know the person, or reverse, depending on how well the person knows me that's talking to me, I won't even correct typos. I leave them in, and sometimes my typos are legit misleading, but I just don't correct them because I don't care enough. And so, again, I don't know. I don't know what the act of being thorough is called. Your thoracity? Your thoracity is very impressive, Tornu Soul. I'm impressed by it, at least. Sareb says, so you get tacos when you order a burrito, and you just eat the tacos? Sareb, what are you talking about? Sareb, did I miss, like, is that the second part of a... So you get tacos when you order a burrito, and you just... Oh! You're talking about me and, like, not returning things. If, so you get tacos when you order a burrito, and you just eat the tacos? Well... Sareb, that specific thing has never happened to me. However, if we're going to keep it on Mexican food, I've definitely ordered, like, I guess my order doesn't really get mixed up at Mexican places that much. Interesting. But no, I've ordered things, Sareb, and if the thing that comes to me is not exactly what I ordered, I'm actually okay if the thing is, like, a thing that I like to eat anyway. You know? If I go to like Burger King, and when am I at Burger King? If I go to Habit and I get a cheeseburger, and no. Okay, this is good, Sareb. If I go to Burger King and I order the spicy chicken sandwich, and I go through the line and I get my food, and I take the first bite out of it, and it's just a regular chicken sandwich and it's not spicy, I don't care. I'm just eating it at that point. I don't care. As long as it's something that I can eat, I'm like, okay, you know, and that's not that different, you know. If I go and I get a spicy chicken sandwich or whatever, and they give me like a fish sandwich, I'm like definitely gonna go up to the counter and be like, oh, I actually didn't order this. And there's a lot of factors that go into it, Sareb. Like, is this possibly somebody else's food? I don't want to eat somebody else's food, so maybe I go up and return it because I don't want to be a jerk to somebody else. Is it a thing I'm allergic to or a thing that makes me sick? Then yeah, I can't eat it. But typically, I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to things like that. Kiwi says, I think I'm too lazy to return things. I usually fashion whatever it is into some other thing. Yeah, I try to make do. I don't really like returning things either, but I think it's probably rooted in laziness and also just general fatigue. Wait, yeah, I've been wanting to pick up Rust too, says Aang. It is not cross-platform, says Titanium. Dang. Alright. I got runs, I got guns, I got runs that have changed the game for me, says Alex. Gotta lurk and start the day, says True Souls. Yes, please lurk. Please lurk. I appreciate you for being here at all, and thank you for being so participatory and thorough. Jaime has redeemed a question for them. Jaime, my question for you. What were we just talking about? I've been trying to make the questions on topic lately. There's spiders getting in my Firo plant, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We were just talking about getting things and being too lazy to return things. Jaime, can you remember the last thing you actually went through the return process with? What was something you purchased and you were just like, no, they're taking this back. I'm getting my money back. Paddington says, working on putting together a logo for apparel. I'm working on learning Affinity Designer to vector the sketches. That's actually really interesting. I'm a big fan of vector art, and I know nothing about how it's made, so you've got a captive audience here, Paddington. Cyber says, check-in. I have finished Horizon Zero Dawn 100% completion on quests and stuff as well as the DLC. It was a fun game, but I feel like there's a little room for improvement. I mean, this is true with every single game I've ever played. Hopefully it's stuff they fix in the sequel. The lore was the most interesting part of the game, and they waited until the last 1/8 of the game to really unveil it. Also, I went to Taco Bell the other day and got one of those chicken sandwiches, bao things. Okay, all right. I almost got them. Here's how it worked for me, Cyber. I literally saw the commercial and I was like, dang, all right, the chicken sandwich wars are alive and well. I got to go try this Taco Bell thing. And then I pressed the YouTube button on my TV remote, and I typed in Taco Bell chicken sandwich, and the immediate thumbnail was, like, the actual way it looks. And then there was some, like, you know, dude snarfing it down in the driver's seat of his car, as food reviewers on YouTube tend to do. And I was like, yeah, I guess I don't need to eat this anymore. It looked horrible. But how was it? Because, again, I have not actually experienced it, and you have, so you have a little bit more knowledge about this than I do. Pernetics check-in is, I've been spending hours waiting outside the specialty vet lately trying to figure out what's ailing our sick, frail, and now blind and one-eyed cat. Vets are overlooked and understaffed due to COVID, and we feel so helpless watching our condition deteriorate. It's actually, no, sorry, it's been heartbreaking. Sorry for the bummer check-in, folks. No worries, Pernetic. I really hope that, you and your cat get it figured out and that it ends up being okay. I feel like you aren't the first person to actually tell me, not about having a sick cat, but specifically about how vets right now and COVID are like a nightmare. Like, they're both understaffed and they're just like overloaded on animals. Like, my friend who lives like 2 blocks away, who has a lot of birds, was talking about how when she wanted to take her birds to the vet, she was put on a waiting list, and she was like, my bird's sick now, and like I can't even take it into the vet. Like, they don't have any openings for like several weeks. It's wild. And I was like, dang, I can't imagine what that's like. So best wishes to your cat. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'll share a pic of the sweet girl on Discord, says Pernetic. Did you not? Who shared a picture of their cat this morning? Somebody did. I saw a cat in the Discord this morning, but I don't remember whose it was. I generally don't like the hassle of return, says Paddington. Me neither. The spiders will keep away evil flies, says Kiwi, as opposed to the good flies, who want to give nothing but love to Firo. Check-in says, 3.5 weeks until user testing for my client project, says Kwame. I'm getting more and more new requirements, and I hate being the bad guy and saying no, but I need to cut scope in order to make the date. I've got dinner plans this afternoon for a restaurant week in the city. Date number 2 with the lady. Our first date was a lot of fun and looking forward to seeing her. I don't know that I've ever had a second date. Kiwi says that sorry, let me say more about your check-in. Sorry, Kwame. That's actually really wild about the client project thing. I've never been that far, like, the head of a project that wasn't just my personal music stuff to have to be the bad guy. Every now and then when I have to be the bad guy, it is very difficult for me, and some of my projects have actually suffered for my reluctancy to be the bad guy. Reluctance to be the bad guy. But I'm glad that you're at least taking control of it, and it hopefully does make date. And as far as the date number 2, yeah, my thoughts on that are still I've never been on a second date. That chicken thing sucks, says Kiwi, who of course has eaten it. Nana, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. We're in the check-in. You can tell me how your Tuesday was if you don't mind. KFC just jumped in, says Jesse, about the chicken sandwich wars. The chicken sandwich wars, the reason that I like the chicken sandwich wars is because at first it felt like a thing that was going to last a few months and then a year. And now I think it's just where we are. I think America's thing is chicken sandwiches. I mean, a place opened up just down the street from my place, like, really recently, called Chicken Bun Bun, which is just a chicken sandwich restaurant. One of my preferred udon places in the mall, in Santa Anita Mall, is gone and was replaced by a Nashville hot chicken sandwich restaurant. Also, a boba place that I used to go to, that's just down on Valley Boulevard, is now a chicken sandwich restaurant. Guys, these aren't even chicken restaurants. These are specifically restaurants that just make chicken sandwiches. It's wild. It's just where we are right now, guys. It's just where we are. Hi, it's actually T. You're here. And you're not too late. You're just in time for the check-in. How was your Tuesday? How was your Tuesday, T? Not gonna lie, that chicken sandwich taco looks horrifying, says Alex. Yeah, it didn't look great. It was decent. The bread is like a toasted bao bun, says Cyber. But I have heard that the quality is mad variable and there's no guarantee you will get a good one. If initial reports are accurate. Yeah, that's what, I mean, it didn't look great to me. It didn't look great to me because I like bao buns, but if there's any place I don't trust getting a bao bun from, it might be Taco Bell. Or McDonald's, honestly. If McDonald's had like a McBow burger, if McDonald's had a McBow burger, then I probably wouldn't trust that either. Jesse says, also, wasn't Cyber shaming us for going to the Burger King Sando? Cyber was shaming us for that, but I'm choosing to overlook that. See how forgiving I am? I'm choosing to overlook it. That thing, the photos of the Taco Bell chicken sandwich are just so scary to me. But I did want to eat it after looking at the, not honest commercial. Like the Taco Bell commercial for it, I was like, oh, I might want to try that. But then actually looking at honest photos and videos of it, I changed my mind. But I have heard that, oh, okay, let me go back down. Even emergency vets are turning dying animals away, says Pernetic. It's crazy. That was another one of our cats I shared in the Discord this morning. Okay, so it was you. It just was a different cat. Word up. Okay. Jaime says, the most memorable return I've done, which I don't even know if it counts, but it was for a haircut. Jaime, did they reattach the hair to your head? That's the only way I can imagine this. I haven't finished it. I'm gonna read your whole comment. But the only way I can imagine this applying is if you've gone back to Great Clips and you said, give me back my hair, and they put your hair back on your head and then also gave you money back. But no. No. I know this isn't what happened. I went in and told the lady what I wanted. Thought we had an understanding, and then halfway through the haircut, the lady started doing whatever kind of style she wanted to, and rather than what I wanted. Oh, crap. Asked if I liked it and hesitated saying yes because I didn't. I left and walked down the street, and after some thinking, I went back and admitted I didn't like it and got it fixed. Yo, good on you. There's so many parts of this story, Jaime. There's so many parts where I would have given up. When I'm in the chair and I can see them doing something, I mean, obviously I haven't been to a barber in like 7 years, but back when I used to go, when I could see them doing something I didn't like, there was this little part of the inside of me that was like, oh, this isn't good. Omni, this isn't what you asked for. They're ruining it. And I should speak up then. And I usually don't because I'm like, maybe they're the expert. Maybe they're going to turn it around. Maybe they're going to fix it. And then I get to the end and they're like, how you feel, player? How you feel? They holding up the mirror and everything, and I'm like, yeah, it was great. That was great. I look just like Dwayne Wade. No, I feel that. And then I've left and I've gotten in my car and I've driven home feeling like a freaking idiot. But I didn't turn around. Basically, you got to every point in the story that I've been on. The only difference is at the very last minute you turned around and you actually got it fixed. A thing that I always thought was impossible. So, shouts out to you. That's wild. That's wild. I have yet to get properly hot Nashville hot chicken sandwiches in my area. I've had a few out here. Jesse. I do like Nashville hot. Oh, Cyber caught him! Cyber... I feel like I just watched, like this is like a nightclub, and people were coming in at the door, and like a robot wearing like a wig and some lipstick came in and was just like, hey guys! Hey Morning Medley crew! Like, oh, it's so good to be here! And then Cyber came up and he was like, which one of these photos does not contain a school bus? And she was like, I don't know. And he kicked her out. She's gone. Bye, Nana X2A. Thanks, Cyber. Anyways, moving on. I think my only complaint about it was that it was too small for the price, says Cyber. Yeah, they look so small. They look smaller than a taco, which is weird. I would expect it to be at least the size of a taco. They had an online promotion where the price was more in line with what you might expect. How much was it? I would expect to spend $1 at most on those things. And I feel like maybe they're less than $1, actually. So, maybe my LA brain is skewed to what food is actually worth. Spectrum, hello, good morning, and welcome to Morning Medley episode 408. We are in the check-in right now. How would you like to tell us how your Tuesday was? I was in your stream, so I saw a bit of your Tuesday, but most of it was away from Twitch, I imagine. So how was your Tuesday? Honestly, word for word what happens says, I mean, yeah, it's weird. It's super weird. A barber messed up my haircut so bad, like 2 years ago. Just told a homie to shave it all off. Dang. Did he seem apologetic? Okay. Titanium? Did he seem like sad?
But we appear to be receiving a Twitch raid.
Is this my second Sir Nick raid? Sir Nick, what have I done that deserves this?
Run! It's just
Twitch raid! 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 A Twitch raid.
Wow, thank you, Sir Nick. That's 2. You're 2 for 2. We're gonna come up with something nice for the Raiders this season. I promise. And hello, Maury Beats. Thank you for the raid. Can somebody give a shout out to Sir Nick? And also, Sir Nick, how was your stream? Was it good? Cyber says, for what it's worth, her account was 12 minutes old, so I think I figured it out. Still, Cyber. Still, cost online was like $1.25. Word. Okay. Dang, if they cost more than $1.25. Yikes. Aish. It's actually T says, I worked on programming, talking about their Tuesday. I worked on programming, but not as much as I would want to. My arm hurt because of the vaccine. I cleaned because I didn't want to sleep, and I watched some game dev in progress. I kind of want to get a routine going, but I'm nowhere close to doing that. I guess it's okay. I'm in no hurry, really. See, I like your attitude. It's actually, you know what you want to do, you know where you're going, but you're not in a rush. And honestly, especially with the way the world is right now, rushes are like literally killing people. Just do your thing. Do your thing in your own time. At the drive-thru, it was like 3 per. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Like 3 of those things for $1? 3 of those little things? They were just throwing them out the window at that point. Kiwi says, that reminds me, I just asked for a shorter haircut, like shoulder length, and they gave me like mid-cheek bob haircut, and they said they wanted to experiment, and I got so heated. I was like, what am I, a doll? I'm legit not paying for this. And the hairstylist went into their higher up complaining about me in Spanish and called me crazy. And I like snapped at them in Spanish because, hello, I watched their soul leave their body. You scare their soul out of their body? I've never heard Kiwi yell at anybody, by the way, guys. This is a rare event. I wish I was there. Not to see her hair get hecked up, but at least to see you yell. That sounds fun. But I'm sorry that they did this to you, and I'm sorry that they experimented on your head. Slowly, day by day, the barbershop experience is becoming foreign to me, and I used to like live in the barbershop, so it's weird. It's weird. Thank you again for the raid, Sir Nick. I appreciate it. Good times, Omni. Suspect. Love to see you on the stream. I'm doing well, just absolutely addicted to the new world. Talking about the MMO that they were playing yesterday when I saw them on stream. Indeed, indeed, indeed. I'm catching up with chat. I'm catching up with chat. I promise, everybody. I'm catching up with chat. I promise I'm catching up. I hope you're doing well, Maury Beats and Sir Nick. Thank you guys again for being here. The worst was when some people on the bus were making fun of the way I dress, and I was like, boy, did you yell at them too, Kiwi? I want to say I get made fun of less and less, but still it happens, you know? I would say I get made fun of once every, like, outing to, like, an event where there's going to be a lot of people, you know? But, I think I don't give people what they would like. There's a way to give people, like, if somebody's, like, giving you a good roast, especially if it's a stranger, there's a certain type of energy you can give them, which, you know, helps fuel the roast. But sometimes, like, you give them a certain energy that, like, they're not having a good time anymore. Reminder to update your copies of Apex Legends, everyone. It's gotta happen. I have a question for Omni, but it's not appropriate for stream, so I'm just going to keep it to myself. Whoa, was it even on topic? The Cyber? Was it on topic? I can't remember what the topic was. Yelling at people? Messing up my haircut? Living in the barbershop? Huey says, the last time I yelled at someone when a friend of mine played a prank on my abusive ex after I told them not to, and it like backfired at me even though I wasn't involved. Their soul also left their body. I don't yell at people. That was years ago. I think, I'm thinking, oh, Cyber's not even gonna hint at it. I appreciate your discretion, Cyber. I appreciate it. I'm discretion king. I think a thing that I have, Kiwi, I'll say this and then I'll move on because I don't want to nosedive the stream. A thing that I have is somebody does a thing. Oh my god, this goes back to like childhood, like my baby, like my little footsie days. Somebody does something to me. Somebody like gets me good, you know. They sucker punch me, they throw me in the canal, they say something about me, they do a thing. Somebody does a thing. And then me, being me, or at least the old me that I used to be, I tell my friends, you know, I'm just like, man, that fool did blah, 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 blah. And then my friends who are all a little bit more punchy than me are like, let's get him. And I'm like, no. It's chill. I'll handle it. If you guys get involved, it's going to make things worse for me. Believe it. You guys will be fine. You'll get to like drive by, rough them up a little bit, and you'll go home. But I got to deal with that fool tomorrow and next week and next month and next year. Let me handle this. And I swear every single time my friends don't let me handle it. They get involved. They go and they rough them up. They steal something from them. Or if it's like more recently where everybody's online, they'll like start like subtweeting people or they'll like hate on them like on social media. And I'm like, what are you doing? This is exactly the thing I said not to do. Now I have to clean this up. Anyways, it's definitely a thing. So I can relate to a little bit of what Kiwi's saying about the pranking thing. Cyber knows what he's doing. Spicy sigh. Spicy? I'm sure there's some way we can combine spicy and cyber together. Spiber? Spiceber? I guess there's no way to make it sound cool. There's no way to make it sound good. Lindsay's check-in is, I'm currently still dealing with a headache I got last night, so that's been kind of rough. But I had a really fun art stream last night and had a couple of more real friends show up, which was lovely. I also had a super nice new person specifically ask how to tip me, and they proceeded to ball out. It's horrible. People got to respect boundaries, which is a Kiwi. Get out of there, Kiwi comment. Yeah, I appreciate your. I appreciate that check-in, and I'm glad that the art stream went well. I'm sorry that you still have a headache, but you killed it. You killed it last night. I love Power Steve. I love Power Steve so much. We're all real friends, says Cyber.